Hey, beautiful people, it's your favorite girl, Kiri, and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. By the time you see the video, so let's hop right into it. Girl, you will not believe the experiences that I have been through as a hairpreneur up until this point. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. As you see by the title, I know you're probably like, girl, what? Girl, my store almost got hacked. It was hacked, basically, but it wasn't hacked. It was accessed, but not hacked. And that is the grace and the protection of the Lord, because it could have been all bad. Let me tell you. I received an email from someone claiming that they were from Shopify. They were saying that the theme that I was using, they're sent up to code or something like that. I have the emails and everything because this junk was crazy. So I'm talking about, it had the logo and everything. And I know I was distracted because I would have definitely, when I got the email, I believe I was doing some homework or doing something with my son. So I looked at it, I just see the icon and I'm like, oh my goodness, why is Shopify reaching out to me? As I look back, it took me a day to realize all of this. Like, no, this is a scam. But anyway, I reached back out to him. He's like, yeah, your store it's not up to whatever the code was. Like, basically saying, like, continue to use the theme, they'd have to shut my store down. I'm like, oh my goodness, no, da-da-da. Like, I was completely distracted. What made me realize that this was a scam was, like, I done paid him and everything, like through Fiverr. He was like, oh, the fee is like $200 something. I'm like, I'm not paying you the $200 something. Like, I don't got the $200 something. If y'all need to close the store down, close the store down. But I'm not paying you that. And this should have been a red flag, because then he was like, okay, well, you can just pay me. He was like, well, what can you pay me? Or whatever. So end up paying him through Fiverr, which I should have known. Like, none of this is clicking. And I know that it was a trick, the enemy trying to distract me or throw me off, but the Holy Spirit is something not to be played with. Like, it's just amazing. So it was like $25. I sent $25 through Fiverr. And I'm talking to him through Fiverr, everything. Like, he said that Shopify calls themselves experts, and you will only talk to them through the help chat. I was completely distracted, not even thinking about it, right? And so what made me think about it was, I received another email from someone pretending as claiming to be Shopify and saying that my name, like the name of my store, or basically G3 Hair Collection, I was about to be sued or something. I'm like, this is a scam. So the person completed the work supposedly, and I went back to my site and I reached out to Shopify directly, because I clicked the help button on there, and I reached out to them and I'm like, hey, this person claimed that they're from your store, which I should have did the first time, but like I said, I know I was completely distracted. Would have cost me like everything. And they're like, I can assure you, like, this person don't work for Shopify. And then he even said, like, when I messaged him through Fiverr, I told him, like, you don't work for Shopify. He didn't respond. And anyway, immediately I was able to, I know how to work Shopify pretty well. So I went through everything, and basically what he was trying to do, it seemed like once I got an order, and this is why I was so grateful that I wasn't receiving any orders, and it was like a slow season, but he was trying to basically, so once I had orders, I guess the money would go to him. Like, he didn't change any of my accounts or anything, but the way the systems was set up, he was from like Europe or something, and it was like all of my settings were kind of changed. Like, he made him so I had to allow him access as a role. Like, Shopify has a thing where you assign roles. I did that, and he assigned himself as like a cashier and like all of this crazy stuff. And this was, I caught it the next day. So I remove everything. I completely wipe everything out. I messaged him and I'm just like, you know what? Like, I know you don't work for Shopify. And I was just like, I told him, I was like, I'm going to be praying for you. I literally said this. And I was like, because, God sits high and look low. Like, who does that to people? And it took him a while, because I saw him reading the messages. Then it took him a while, and I guess he felt convicted. And then he was like, I can assure you I work for didn't work, still lying. And then lying on my father's name. And was like, he said something like he swear on the Almighty. First of all, anytime you swearing on God or swearing doing that. I know you lying anyway, because you wouldn't even be doing it. And I just didn't respond. I left it alone. And I was just so grateful. Shopify, they reacted. They asked me, like, did you do this or did you do this? And I was like, no, like from this point on, I haven't done anything. So they knew my store was fine. Like, that's just the protection of God, even though like I was distracted. And I know it was a trick of the enemy because he wants us to be distracted. And I'm always on my P's and Q's. So I was just literally like, wow, like this could have, you know, he didn't do anything that he could have done, like change my bank information, did none of that. All he literally did was like added like something to shipping in Europe and like all of this stuff that didn't even make sense. And maybe he really didn't know he was doing, but I don't care. But I know it was protection from God. But I had to tell you guys this, like always pay attention to even the email he sent me from. It wasn't even the email he sent the message from wasn't even a Shopify email. It said Shopify in the beginning, but they will never use like at Gmail or at such and such.com. They're going to pay for something that says like Shopify.com, like get a professional email. They're going to send you an email from a professional email. Then this is the gag. The email that I used for Shopify wasn't even the email that he emailed me to. He used one of my other emails. Didn't even click to me. I'm like, oh my goodness. You thought you had me. The devil thought he had me. But God. So I just had to tell you guys this story. Like, this was so crazy. Like, this is not why I shut my store down, because everything was fine. I've had ordered, like I said, since then. But I had totally forgot to tell you guys this. And I was like, you just really have to be careful. I told my clients as soon as it happened. Like, I tell them everything that goes on with, you know, my business as well on the back end. Girl, that jump was so crazy. So that was that. They made sure everything was good on my end, and it was. And again, so grateful because he could have took my whole store. He did it. He wasn't able to. So I had to share that with you guys. Comment down below. Let me know, have you ever been hacked? What you think? You know, let's just chat. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. And until next time, I'm out. Bye.